How to play blackjack and beat the dealer in almost every round. That's what we will teach you in today's video. This game is all about reaching 21, or as close as possible, without going over. If your hand value is closer to 21 than the dealer's, you win. But if you exceed 21, or if the dealer has a hand closer to 21 than yours, you lose. Understanding card values is essential. This is a really short explanation for the people who don't know this yet. Cards number 2 up to 10 are worth their face value. Face cards like Jack, Queen, King are each worth 10 points. The ace is unique. It can be worth either 1 or 11, whichever is better for your hand. So, if you're dealt a queen and a 7, your hand is worth 17. If you have an ace and a 6, it's either 7 or 17, depending on what works best as the round unfolds. At the start of each round, both you and the dealer receive 2 cards. The dealer's hand includes 1 face-up card, visible to you, and 1 face-down card, hidden. Here's where strategy comes in. Based on your total and the dealer's visible card, you can make decisions to improve your hand's chances. You have 4 basic choices. These are: hit, ask for an additional card to try and improve your hand; stand, stick with your current hand and end your turn; double down, double your bet and receive 1 more card only; split. If you have 2 cards of the same value, you can split them into 2 separate hands. And let's walk through a few scenarios to see these choices in action. Example 1. Suppose your hand totals 17 and the dealer shows a 10. You'll usually want to stand with a hand of 17 or higher, hoping the dealer will bust by going over 21. Example 2. You're dealt an 11 against the dealer's 6. Here, it's best to double down, as this is one of the strongest hands to be in. By doubling, you increase your potential payout when the odds favor you. These examples give you a feel for how decision-making is crucial in blackjack. Every decision affects your odds, so understanding the basic strategy is key to reducing the casino's advantage. When you hit a natural 21, an ace and a 10 value card, it's called a blackjack. This hand pays 3 to 2, meaning if you bet $10, you win $15 instead of the usual even money. But beware, some casinos now only pay 6 to 5, or even money for blackjack, which reduces your winning potential. Ideally, look for a 3 to 2 game, as it's more favorable to players. Here's a breakdown of other options to consider. Doubling down. Doubling down allows you to place an extra bet equal to your initial wager. It's only available on your first 2 cards, or sometimes after splitting. For instance, doubling down on a hand of 11 gives you a good chance to end up with 20 or 21. Splitting. If you have a pair, like 2 8s or 2 aces, you can split your hand into 2 separate hands. Each hand plays independently with its own bet. Certain pairs like aces and 8s are always recommended to split, as they have better odds when played separately. Insurance. When the dealer shows an ace, you'll be offered insurance. This side bet, equal to half your original bet, pays 2.1 if the dealer has a blackjack. Generally, it's advised not to take insurance unless you're counting cards, as it doesn't statistically benefit basic strategy players. Surrender. In some casinos, you can forfeit half of your bet before the dealer plays their hand. This can be a wise move when you have a particularly weak hand against a strong dealer-up card, like 16 against a 10. To consistently play well, learning basic strategy is essential. Basic strategy involves knowing the mathematically correct way to play each hand based on probabilities, reducing the casino's edge to roughly 0.5%. Following a basic strategy chart available online will help you make the best decisions each time. The secret to beating blackjack is card counting. Basic strategy alone won't guarantee wins, as it only minimizes the house edge. But with card counting, players can actually tip the odds in their favor. Card counting is a technique where you track the ratio of high cards to low cards remaining in the deck. When the count is high, the remaining cards are rich in 10s and aces, increasing your chances of landing a blackjack or strong hand. Here's the process in simple terms: how card counting works. In blackjack, cards that are dealt change the odds. Counting lets you track the ratio of high to low cards remaining, giving you an advantage. We'll use the high-low system to keep it straightforward. Card values: high cards, 10, J, Q, K, A. Each counts as 1, since they're good for you when remaining. Low cards, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, each counts as plus a 1 because they favor the dealer. Neutral cards, 7, 8, 9. No count since they don't impact odds much. Running count. Adjust your count as cards are dealt. If a high card, 1, and low card, plus 1 appear, they cancel each other out. This helps you keep up with the flow of cards. True count. To get the true count, divide your running count by the estimated number of decks left. For example, a plus 8 running count with 4 decks remaining gives a true count of plus 2, 8, 4. Betting with the true count. Bet more when the true count is high to take advantage of your favorable odds. Use true count, 1 units. So if the true count is plus 3, bet 2 units. Practical example, say your running count is plus 120 with 5 decks left. That's a true count of plus V4, so you'd bet 3 units. As the true count changes, adjust your bets up or down. Card counting is legal, though many casinos will ask you to leave if they suspect you're using it. Remember, card counting is challenging and requires practice, but it's the only way to consistently win long-term in blackjack. Common mistakes to avoid. Ignoring basic strategy. Not following basic strategy is the most common mistake. It's tempting to go with gut feelings, but the strategy exists for a reason. Betting. Too much. Getting caught up in the excitement and overbetting is risky. Stick to a budget to avoid big losses. Taking insurance. Unless you're counting cards, avoid insurance as it doesn't improve your odds. Playing 6 to 5 blackjack games. Always seek out games with a 3 to 2 payout for blackjacks to maximize returns. Here are some effective ways to practice blackjack and improve your game skills. Online simulators. Try free online blackjack simulators that allow you to practice in real time, using different strategies and playing conditions without risking real money. After you feel confident, you can go to a real casino. Mobile apps. Many blackjack training apps can help you practice basic strategy and card counting in a mobile-friendly format. Flashcards for strategy. Create or use flashcards to memorize basic strategy moves and card values. Play with friends. Host friendly games to replicate casino conditions and practice strategies in a social setting. Practice counting. Use a deck of cards to practice counting, flipping through quickly to improve speed and accuracy with the high-low system. Simulate real casino conditions. Practice handling distractions by playing in noisy environments or timing yourself to simulate casino pressure. Analyze hands. After playing hands, take time to review decisions you made and look for mistakes or areas for improvement. To recap, blackjack is a game of skill and probability where the house has a small edge. By learning the rules, using basic strategy, and understanding advanced tactics like card counting, you can minimize this advantage and even get an edge over the casino. If you found this guide helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more tips on mastering blackjack and other casino games. Best of luck at the tables.